Hola guys, I am going to upload this video in reverse order. This brief little intro is just to let you guys know I'm better than what you all are about to see. I am better, but that video was a culmination of weeks of stress and anxiety and sadness and fear that just came to a head this morning, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I have this connection with you all, and it's weird how you can bond with folks over the internet, but I have, and I feel safe with you guys, those of you that are my true subbies. I am probably putting my neck out there for any trolls that want to come on and, you know, try and destroy me on this video, but I just wanted to vent to my cyber brothers and sisters, which so many of you are, and I'm better now. No, I'm better than what you're gonna see, but I just wanted to do a quick intro to all of that. And if you guys don't want to watch something with a lot of tears and sadness and a whole lot of boogies, because the emotions just kind of hit me and I wasn't prepared with like tissue or anything, if y'all can't handle stuff like that, or if it's a trigger to some of y'all possibly struggling with depression or anxiety or that kind of thing, by all means, I love y'all so much, and just move on ahead or go back to another video. I don't want anybody sad or triggered. I needed to reach out to you guys. I needed my YouTube family. But again, I'm better. I'm back home, and I'm gonna go in and clean the house. I'm gonna go in and clean and open the windows. It's beautiful out here, and the sun does help. So I'm gonna open the windows and air out the house and love on my kiddos. So until my next go around, thank you guys for watching, and I love y'all bunches. Bye. This is stress, not fixing what needs to be fixed, not putting up, cleaning, or putting away what needs to be put away. Having your home in a messy state and just not having the energy to fix it. Things left where they dropped. Things everywhere. Mayhem, chaos, disaster everywhere. Things just left. Things I mean to put away and can't, won't, haven't gotten around to, haven't put away. Things that need to be thrown away haven't been. It's just mess. It's just mess. And I know I need to fix it. I know I need to clean it. And I just... Little dude is napping in my room. He came down earlier this morning, so I'm gonna try and be quiet, but I need you all to see what happens when a person is stressed and depressed and anxious. Things don't get put away. Things aren't organized. Things are a mess. This happens to your yard. Your leaves aren't raked. Your yard tool bins are left wherever they are. Your plants die. The pots aren't drained. Or your plants go wild because you haven't had the energy to come out and trim. They start taking over your yard. The areas you said you would clean up and organize haven't been. Things are dirty and out of sorts. The fence you need to fix isn't. Cushions aren't washed. Candle holders are full of water. It's just a mess. Walkways full of leaves. Return bottles forgotten and left. Walkways overgrown by surprisingly surviving greenery. Filthy cars that need to be washed. This is what is happening to me. And I know y'all aren't used to seeing me on here this way. If you all are my friends on Facebook, then you know I've been struggling with my son leaving for boot camp. And let me start off by saying I have it easier than a lot of military moms and dads in that because of the timing of my son's boot camp, he's only going to be gone 3 weeks, and then he can come home for a few days. I'm not sure how many days before he goes back to finish off his boot camp. So I have a break. I get my son back 3 weeks after he leaves. I don't have to go the whole 10 weeks without seeing him. And I feel so weak and so bad feeling like this when I get a break and other parents don't get a break. After boot camp, I've already been told by his recruiter that I need to dig my heels in because he may go directly to AIT, which is his job training. And then after that, depending on the political situation, the world situation, not political, the world situation, he may be immediately deployed. So I may not see him after that Christmas break for up to a year. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling because of my plan was that I was going to see my kid off at boot camp. I was going to go see him being sworn in. I was going to see him get on the bus, and I was going to give him my see you laters there. And just a couple days ago, I got dropped a bombshell by my oldest and said, Mom, I don't want you to go to the swearing in. I don't want you to see me off. And after a good 2.5, 3 hours of trying to figure out why and what happened, my son, who is not very vocal and not very emotional, my son who only breaks down when mommy breaks down ever in his life, that's the only time you see him broken is when I break, finally mustered up enough courage to tell me, Mom, I can't have you be there. I can't do what I've chosen to do, what I want to do, what I need to do. If I see you break down, you're going to make me second guess everything. You're going to make me think about who's going to be missing me and who I'm going to be missing, and you're going to mess everything up. And I know it took everything in him to be that honest with me, to put his feelings out there like that, because he doesn't do that. But he knew I needed to know why. And I respect him and love him so much for putting himself out there like that. The only other thing I needed to hear from him was that he was going to be okay. because of all of it, of having to say see you later, of having him to get on, seeing him get on the bus and seeing him swear in, and knowing I was going to have a hard time with all of that. The one thing that was hurting me the most in regards to my not being there was, what if for half a second my child needs me right before he leaves and I'm not there? That stabs me in my heart. It breaks me, it hurts me, because as his mom, I should be there until I absolutely have to let him go. And that's what was hurting me. What if I agree not to go with him, and he's there, and he sees other recruits there with his parents, with their parents, and he starts to feel sad, or he starts to feel regret, or he starts to feel nervous right before he leaves? Or what if he needs his mom and I'm not there? And that is too unnatural for me. That is hard for me to deal with. I feel like I would be failing him if I wasn't there, if all he needs is me to just sit there next to him. And I explained that to him, and he kind of laughed and said, Mom, when have you ever known me to break when it doesn't involve you? When have you ever known me not to be able to do something that I set my mind to do? And he's right. He is so right. This is one of the strongest kids I know. He said, Mom, if I waver, if I get nervous, if I get scared, if I feel like bolting, I will call you. And fireworks went off, and I was like, oh, I never thought of that. My son is asking me not to go because it's going to be too hard for him to see me crying and hurting over him leaving. And my son has told me he's going to be okay. And that's all I need. So as much as I want to see him sworn in, as much as I want to take that picture of him holding up his hand and taking that oath, my son's wishes and his need to be in a good headspace are way more important to me than a picture of him being sworn in. I can't make this about me. It has to be about him, and I've made my peace with that in my head, but my heart is like, no, you're mom and you better go. And my head and my heart are just beating the heck out of each other, and that's why I'm struggling, and that's why my energy is sapped, and that's why I go from elated and proud to sad and despaired. I'm all mixed up, and it's too hard to fake a front. It's too hard to be happy. And I've told myself, my head has told my heart, you better suck it up. You better smile and act normal and not put no crap on your kid before he leaves. You better act like you always act. Now is not the time to get all overly motherly, huggy, kissy, because he's not about that anyway. If I start doing that, it's going to make it weird for him, and I don't want him uncomfortable. I don't want him sad. I don't want him to feel guilty at all in these next few days. And I know I need to act as normal as we always do. I need to keep it normal, and I need to respect his wishes when the day comes that he leaves. But I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. So I'm just in a weird place, and I'm finding myself stress eating. I've gained 2 pounds. I'm not checking my sugar anymore. I make myself take my medication because I don't want to get sick, and anything hampers my son leaving because I know how bad he wants to go to the military. So, but I'm stress eating, and I am shopping just to shop, and it's kind of manic. It's just kind of, I'm in the car. I'm going thrifting. It's Saturday. It's 9 o'clock. There's a thrift store down the road for me, and I'm going thrifting. I don't need anything. I don't even want to go, but I don't want to be in the house. I just want to be distracted, and I've caught myself buying stuff in the last few days that I never would have bought. And I'm going to feel it at the end of the month, you know, but I have amazing support on the Military Moms support group, and I have amazing support with my family and my friends. And those of you that know me on Facebook know how I'm struggling. And putting myself on YouTube is probably opening myself up to, oh my God, a smorgasbord of horrible, horrible people who are just going to come on and say disgusting things if they come across this video. But so many of you guys care about us. And I just need to put it out there to somebody that gets me. And I know y'all have never seen this side. But there is a behind the scenes to all of us. And this is my behind the scenes. And I may not post this. I may not. I may just play it back or save it. This may be my therapy. But I can't do this in the house. I have to be goofy mommy in the house. I need to be his mom in the house. And this isn't his mom. So, I don't know. This is therapy, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.